guys, welcome to the bonus module where I'm going to walk you through how to create amazing pin graphic images through canva.com. All right, so let's get started. So Canva is an amazing website that I promote, I talk about, I'm obsessed with it because it makes life so easy and it gives you the ability to make graphic design worthy templates that you can customize with your branding and your images, and it just makes it easy for you. So I'm not a graphic designer. I'm terrible with design. So this allows me to go in and do my own stuff, whether it's Pinterest, Instagram posts, Facebook posts. I've created postcards on this. Anything I need, I can create in Canva, and I love it. It's just so easy. And I'll talk about the paid version versus the free version. So I do have the paid version just because you can have a brand kit, so you can add in your own custom fonts and brand colors, so you can make everything that aligns with your branding. You also get stock images for free and a bunch of other features. I think it's like $9.99 a month. I'll link it below in the description, but it's amazing and worth every penny. So highly recommend it. So what I'm going to do today is walk you through and actually show you in real time how I create my Pinterest graphics for my business and for my clients. So again, this is not going to be kind of neat and clean because I'm actually going to just walk through how I do it. So just sort of bear with me here. And okay, so how I start is usually for the week, I create pins usually once a week or every 2 weeks. So what I do is go through what type of content that I want to create. And so I've made a list here of the 4 blog posts that I want to create content for. So this, what content you're going to be doing, is dependent on what you have in your business. For me right now, I'm doing a lot of Pinterest work. I have Pinterest workshops coming up. I have my online course. I have client work for people. So I have lots of Pinterest heavy stuff. Then I also have subscription box. So I help people start and launch subscription box businesses. So I also have a bunch of subscription box things here. So what I'm going to do is start off with this post here. It's the ultimate Pinterest SEO checklist. So this is one of my blog posts. So I go to canva.com. And again, the nice thing about Canva is that everything is already designed for you. So all you have to do is drag and drop your images and, change the text. So what I would do is go to create a design. And then I've already started, it's like automatically filters in with Pinterest. So I go to Pinterest pin. And then it'll auto-populate all the different designs they have. It's seriously amazing. I just love it. Canva makes me really, really happy. Anything that saves me time and I can still produce really nice looking pieces of content, it's going to be my favorite platform. So again, depending on what you have, they have lots of options here. One thing I'm going to tell you is that it's really, really important that your text on the Canva pin is very large and easy to read. So what I see all the time are pins that have like tiny, tiny, tiny font and you can't read it. So people picture someone scrolling through Pinterest on their phone, like looking for something. And if your font is really, really small, it's really hard to see what you're having to say. And people are just going to skip over that pin. Whereas like this right here, I love this guy. See how big the font is? So clear, so easy to read. So, okay. So again, going back to my list, the ultimate Pinterest SEO checklist. So we're going to go over here and I'm just going to look for something that kind of stands out to me. And a lot of it is just, I'll search through and something will just pop out and say like, choose me. So I don't know. A lot of it's just kind of intuition and just seeing what's speaking to you at this moment. So let's see. All right, this guy looks good. Okay. So again, the nice thing about Canva is everything is drag and drop. So what I'm going to do here, the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to actually extend this block because I want my text to be really, really big. So we'll move this down here. What was it? The ultimate Pinterest SEO checklist. Okay. Pinterest SEO, and then this will be the checklist. So I like to do I sort of would call this like an accent word. So it just it breaks up the blocks of text. So you have the ultimate Pinterest SEO. I could have just put checklist here and then made this bigger and deleted this. I like to have one of the words that stands out. So that could be whatever, you have, just playing around with it. Honestly, everything with Canva and everything else with the business is just playing around, testing, seeing what works for your business. So once you start creating pins, you'll get a sense of which pin styles get the most clicks, repin, saves. And so those are the things that you should, do more of. So that's looking really good to me. It's nice and big, easy to read. Now I'm going to swap out the image. So if you go to uploads, you can add in all of your images here that you want to use. I'm just going to go through and see what I have in my kind of stockpile here. So for this, the ultimate Pinterest SEO checklist, this is a marketing piece to teach people, a certain thing on Pinterest. So I'm going to use like a flat lay type office, like one of these style images, because it kind of aligns with Pinterest. Honestly, you could also do, playing around with whatever images you have. So let's see if something just pops out to me and we can go with that. Let's see. Let's go with like one of these guys maybe. I don't think that looks very good. Oh, I like this. See how this says to do. Can I use that? Is it moving down? No. Okay, I might move this block down here. See, sometimes it's just playing around a little bit. Just, you got to test out and see what works. All right, I don't like this at all. So I'm going to backtrack everything I just did. And I'm just going to choose a different image because that one is not looking very good. Neither is that. Again, guys, a lot of it's just playing around, just seeing what works, Okay, these are all looking not good. So I'm going to try to do a different image. All right, let's look at these guys. Okay, that one looks nice. Okay, so then the last thing I want to do for this is you want to always add like a logo or a little line here with your website. It just gives it more credibility and more brand awareness. Because again, if someone's going to click, they don't know who this pin's from. Like this could be anybody. It could be spam. So it's important to add in a logo or text. So I'm just going to take one of these blocks here and I'm going to duplicate it, drag it down, make it really small. Okay. So for this, I'm going to show you quickly how to do like a website one. So marketingbycarrie.com, and then I just change the color. Okay. And that's it. So there we have one pin. That took a little bit longer because I was being very indecisive, but so let's do this again. And this time I'm going to use my logo. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to find my black logo here. Oops. Okay. And then for logos, just as like an FYI, these can be a little bit tricky. If I added this here, see how it picks up the whole image? So you have to like drag it around on the non-photo part. And then that works perfectly. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because it's a little bit hard to see. And then it's a little bit over the photo, but that's okay. All right, so that's done. Then I'm going to duplicate this again. So this is called batch creation. So we're taking one pin. This is the same, except I've just added a logo. But for this one, we want to switch the words around a little bit so we can create. So basically, this is a different pin. So I would take my title and then just change the words around a little bit. So this is the ultimate Pinterest SEO checklist. Let's change it to the number one. Let's see, the number one Pinterest SEO checklist. So kind of similar, but just different wording. I can change the color of the top. Let's see. These are my brand colors here. So again, with the paid version of Canva, you get the brand stuff, and it just makes it so much easier to use your own branding stuff. If I didn't have the paid version, I would have to actually choose colors in here and like type out the font name. It's really annoying, to be honest with you. So for me, it's not worth the time I wasted on it. So here we have a couple different images. Let's do one more, and this time I'm going to change out the image again. So we'll use a different image. So now I'm able to make, 4 totally different pins. Oh, I already used that one before, didn't I? Clearly I like that pin. Nope. Let's try this guy. I love this picture. I don't know why. Okay, we'll try that one. So let's just change the color. And so I have very different style pins. The green. Okay, so that goes with this one. So I have 4 different pins that are the same style, but all different. So different text, different images, and I'm going to keep that. So now let's go back over here really quickly and just do one more pin. So let's do my subscription box launch story. So let's see. So we're going to go to templates. We're going to go back here and let's look for a different template. So I want one again that has a nice image, but then also a big block for text. Oh, this one's really nice. Okay, let's go for this one. Oh, whoops. So add template as a new page. So you want to do add as a new page. So it doesn't delete the one that you have there. All right, this one's really, really pretty. Okay, so really quick, let's go in and my subscription box launch story. So for this, I'm going to use a picture of myself because it's an article, it's a blog post on my story as I launched a subscription box business in 2016. So, okay, so this one doesn't have a photo background. So I could just like move this thing around, but I like to have the actual image. So I go to grid and then choose the image there. Oh no, never mind. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. So now we're just going to drag and move this picture around. So you don't have to use that image block that I just showed you, but this one, it's just like over the block. So never mind. That's fine. We can just play around with it and make it fit right over that image. See, now I'm not liking this. I feel like that image was part of the charm, wasn't it? All right, let's choose a different image. I don't have that many images of myself in here, but let's kind of see what else I have. This is a picture of me in Caesar Milan from a pet expo I went to. Super exciting moment. Okay, this picture is pretty cool. So let's go with this picture. This is a fun image. This was actually a picture of me from a recent trip to London that I took. And I fell in love with this pink bakery called Peggy Portion Cakes. Oh, incredible, like amazing branding, amazing experience, amazing. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is definitely change this green. So my brand colors are like pinks and like pale greens and like beige. This green does not look good. So I'm going to actually make this black. I think black would look good for this. Just change all this to black and then I'll start moving the text around. Okay, so now we have this. And actually, I don't really like that line. I'm going to delete that line. Okay. My subscription box. My subscription box business. Whoops, I cannot type. My subscription box business launch story. Okay. Yeah, this is very cute. So what we're going to do is make this text bigger. As you guys know, got to have bigger text. I'm going to also probably move this block around a little bit. So everything on Canva, again, is drag and drop. It's amazing. So this block isn't quite dragging. So what you have to do is drag it from this side. No, it's not dragging very well, is it? Sometimes, again, it's just playing around a little bit and seeing how to make it work. But this is not dragging. So I'm just going to drag this back up and we can make do. But I am going to drag this box down so we have more space, whoops, to add our font. I mean, to make this bigger. So, okay. And so to change the font, so I just want to show you quickly how to change the font out. So over here, so again, let's go back a little. So if you click here, this is a font that is. You can change that out here. And so here are my brand fonts, Lado and Karma. And then I have a font called Santorini, which is down here. But basically a lot of these are fonts I use for clients. So, but this font actually looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna leave it for now. Let's just make the text bigger. Whoops, 48, let's try 64. Okay, a little bit bigger. My subscription box business, launch story, Montserrat. So the original is 21, so we want to make it bigger. Okay, 32, let's try 36. And then looks pretty good. It might be a little small, so I want to make it a little bit bigger. I want to also reduce the big space in between. So I'm going to go here and click on spacing. If you go to line height, you can make that a little bit smaller. Hold on. I think. I'm going to ungroup this. So if you ungroup it, you can then move stuff around. So for this, let's move that there. This I'm going to make bigger now because I have more space. 42, 48. All right, guys, this is looking good. My subscription box launch story. So this looks pretty good. I'm just going to make this a different color, maybe like a white. Yeah. Although honestly, I feel like this Peggy portion cake thing is a little distracting. So I'm going to move this photo up a little so I get rid of that title. See? Okay, that looks much better. And then honestly, you can play around. Like you can play around to see how things look. So say I was like, all right, I don't like this white block here. Let's see how it looks when it's like pink. That looks really bad. But you can just play around with everything to see what looks good for you. Then here, I'm going to, because this pin is pretty busy with the flowers, and that's me and my child, and then the big font up here. For this, I'm definitely going to do my website name instead of my logo because I think this would look too busy with my logo there. So, whoops. Marketingbycarrie.com, and I'll just make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to change it to the dark gray again. And I'll extend this a little. Just move this down. Okay, perfect. So now we have one pin for that. And then I just want to do one more. And I'm going to use one of these box images here. Let's see if this works. This might not work. And I might use a different. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. It's such a cute dog. Okay, let's see. We'll just try it out, guys. And again, sometimes it just doesn't work. So let's make this. Whoops. All right, I'm just going to delete this. I'm just going to start over. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to do a new template because I feel like this template is like actually a little bit finicky. So my subscription box launch story. Let's just find one more quick template so I can show you, just so you can see how to batch create pins. And this is what I do. I just take one thing and I replicate it like 10 times. I change the colors, the fonts, the language around, and you can literally create hundreds of pins in like an hour. It's amazing. Let's see ones that I've used recently. See if any of them work. Oh, okay, this one works. Perfect. Okay. Replace current page. Actually, never mind. I don't really like that one. Let's go with this one. Okay. This one I like because it has a nice big block here. So let's go in quickly and let's swap out one of these images. So this is actually a picture of my old business, my old subscription box for dogs. Actually, this might not work because it's very horizontal. I think I need a vertical image. Let's see if I have anything. And if not, I can quickly swap out the template. Oops. Sorry, I have a lot of client images here. Okay, none of these pictures are going to work. So again, I'm going to get rid of this template here because it doesn't really work for the images I have. So let's just start from scratch really quick. And just see something that has a nice section for an image. Let's go for this one. We can switch the copy around. So first, get that image in there. Okay, and I'm going to extend it a bit so the dog is visible. Okay. Then let's see. My subscription box business. And then launch story. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. Make this a little bit bigger without like destroying the image. But this is cute because it's a nice lifestyle image, which I really like to use for Pinterest. This is a product that I created in 2016. It's a subscription box business I started. It's called the Dapper Dog Box. If you have a dog, it's amazing service. I don't own the business anymore. I sold it, but I love to promote it because I did start it. Okay. So what we want to do first is, actually now this is looking a little funny. See, this is what happens when you start to play around with the design too much. It doesn't look as good. So we want to make this a lot bigger. Okay, that might be too big now. Let's see. Oops. My subscription box business. Let's ungroup that as well. When you ungroup it, it's easier to move stuff around. So my subscription box business. I'm going to switch the words around. How I launched. And then I'm going to make this big too. How I launched. Actually, never mind. Sorry, I'm being really indecisive today. My subscription box launch story. I'm going to make this bigger. So remember, with Pinterest, you want the text to be really easy to read. I'm going to get rid of this. And this is a great template where I can add in my logo because it's not very busy. The text is big, but this is not really a busy pin. So, oops. This is why won't this move? Okay, here we go. Okay, move the image. And that's what I love Canva. You can literally just drag and drop stuff. It's amazing. I do like this little block though. I'm going to keep this actually. Let's just add a quick note. So I'm going to do Subscription box 101. Just make it like a little educational style. Let's do it's a little hard to read though. So this just makes it a little bit bigger. Subscription box 101. And then we're going to add in my logo. Okay. All right, and there we got another pin. And then if I want to make another version of this really quickly, we can just swap out the images and the colors and the copy a little bit, and it's literally like a whole new pin. It's amazing. Let's see that beach picture of me. Okay, so my subscription box launch story. Let's do that. Let's make this a little brighter so it pops. We'll do the pink. We'll switch around the text. How I launched a six-figure. Actually, hold on. How I launched a six-figure subscription box business. So because this is a lot more text, I have to make it a little smaller because otherwise it just looks really busy. So let's see how this looks. I'm going to make this a little more chunky. How I launched a six-figure subscription box business. And then I'm going to make this actually something about it looks still a little busy. So let's just stretch it out and see how we can make it look a little bit bigger. I mean, how we can make it look less busy. Maybe this one should be uppercase. Let's try that. Oh, okay. I like that. Yep. So see what I mean? It's just you have to play around and just see what kind of works for you. Oh, that thing is really annoying, isn't it? Let's match that with the top part. Let's move this up and we'll make this bigger and wider. I like that uppercase. Okay, how I launched a six-figure subscription box business. And this could be a little smaller, 36. Okay, maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe let's do 40. Okay. How I launched a six-figure subscription box business. Okay, see? So now we've just made 1, 2, 3. And again, I've been a little indecisive today, so we could have made more if I was a little less indecisive. But you can see how we've made a bunch of pins really, really quickly for a couple of pieces of content. And again, if you wanted to really, truly batch create this, all you have to do is just keep copying this, switching the words around. So you could change this from my subscription box business launch story to like how I launched a subscription box business, my subscription box launch secrets. I'll tell you how to launch a subscription box business. Like you can change the words around, change the image, change a color, and you have a totally different pin. So you want to kind of change around copy and text. Today, I just wanted to show you how I create pins in Canva. This isn't really, this wasn't meant to be like a batch pin creation, but it's just to give you an idea of how Canva works. So it's amazing. I'm going to add the link in the description below, but you should try it out. I hope this has been helpful and see you soon.